We go green, and then okay, we go.
Hold on, I have socks I need to put on.
It'll be like a Disney Channel celebrity intro.
Yo, that's tough. Okay, my socks are on.
Episode 1 of the Geist Gunnerd podcast, featuring Gabe and Dan, aka Green Guy and Pink Guy, aka Jeej.
Oh shit.
Ow, that hurt my chest. And then all of a sudden, notifications like boom, 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 boom. Like, what's happening? What's happening?
Oh my god, yeah.
And we're like almost 1 million views on one of them.
So Instagram was where you guys blew up.
Yeah, Instagram.
Right?
TikTok, literally, like, it's so bad.
Still hasn't given us
And then we like wake up the next morning, it's 4,000. We're like, okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Everyone in my school has seen that clip. I think everyone in Dan's personal life has seen that clip. All of a sudden, like a week later, like it's at like 100,000 views.
Yeah.
On TikTok, and it has like 8 million, 12 million. I think there's 6 posts of it that are over 5 million.
Yeah.
6. Yeah, and then
Wow.
I had a channel before. He had a channel called Quacks. Okay.
Hey guys, today we are doing flips and shit. I wouldn't curse. I'd be like and frick and shit.
I'm gonna bleep out all of those with a quack every time you say. Put on that. Put on the duck head.
No, I'm not putting it
Put
on.
on the duck head and say what? Yeah, put on the duck head.
In this generation, a lot of people have started being like, okay, if I get, the more girls I get, the better I am. But I honestly, dude, after meeting my girlfriend the entire time, all I wanted was just one person to just constantly be there.
Did you study gay before this? Like what?
Oh, that was a long time ago. I feel like I'm talking to Nardwar right now, dude.
And so I think it's really important that we have strong leaders like you guys, you know, like myself, who are young, who are doing everything in their power to become the best version of themselves and to figure out what kind of energy and vibes they have and can help other people with, so that they can be, you know, the example for what's possible, right?
I believe the universe is very generous. I believe it is very generous, and I believe it wants to give you the things. It will give you the things that you deserve if you work for the things.
Being a servant of the universe or God or whatever, the fabric of this universe, the simulation, whatever the fabric of what we're existing in right now is. Wherever our souls come from to get into our bodies and to make these lives happen, as long as we're listening to our heart, we're listening to our intuition of what ourselves feel is right, and having that intention, that thought of helping other people in one way or the other, even whether that's yourself so you can help other people, I think that's when God or the universe becomes very generous with you and you know, provides you the circumstances and people and situations, the synchronicity and whatnot to help you with that journey.
I just listened to what the universe is trying to tell me, and it's working out. Dude, I just felt the pain after, dude. I felt like I got shot in the heart, bro.
You're dumb.
How do gorillas do this, dude?
I'm gonna go raw in a fucking coop.
How do they do it, dude? Okay.
I'm gonna put up to the dope.
Is it bad that my role model
that I
is a
was-
gorilla?
Is it bad that I was born like this?
Yes. If you enjoyed today's video, please like and subscribe. Let's get into it. Is this the first time that you guys have been more or less out of character? Are we gonna get you guys in character today?
You're about to get
You're about to get
deepest insides of us. Pause. You're about to get what is called the most authentic version. Oh, the lighting is about a bit
Oh
better.
my god.
Okay,
You're trying to mog us right now.
you're gonna get the
From
most.
me?
You guys are gonna
What are you
get
talking about, me?
the most authentic versions of ourselves today. You're gonna get us. You're gonna get Gabe and Dan. You're not gonna get Pink and Green.
You're probably gonna get pink.
I don't know. I don't think you're getting Green today.
I guess we'll have to keep our eye out.
Green only comes out when the full moon is out.
Well, how
bro. We need green out more often then.
does it
Shit,
how does it feel? Are
My
you
full
excited?
moon. Will that get him out?
So if that is the case, I didn't hear the joke.
Neither. I'm just laughing because he's laughing.
Okay. So if that is the case,
I said I could expose my full moon. Will that get him out?
Okay, don't do that. All right, continue.
if that is the case, are you like nervous? Are you excited? Like, how does it
Okay.
feel to perhaps not be in character for something?
I feel a little exposed. It's like walking around your school completely bare ass naked. That's honestly, I think, the best comparison I can come up with.
Honestly, I feel pretty much the same because pink is literally just me, like, not giving a shit about what I say, and I do that a lot in public.
Yeah.
I will scream. Dude, I scream in the gym so often because I don't give a fuck. Like, not even while I'm doing sets. I could literally just be standing there, see my friend across the gym, and go, ah!
Would you say that that's you, or is that you honing your pink guy?
I think I have Tourette's.
Yeah. So I guess my first question would be, how old were you guys when you first started creating content, starting with Gabe and then Dan, and editing, and how did it evolve from then to where you are now?
I was the ripe age of 9 years. Okay, that sounds really bad out of context.
The ripe age?
Okay.
It's okay.
I
You
was
got it.
9 years old.
That's when most kids start puberty, actually.
Okay, all right. Well, listen. I was 9 years old, and I used to walk around with my mini iPad, and I used to just film me and my cousin doing like Nerf gun trick shots and stuff, doing like water bottle flips when I got to the age of like however old you are in 6th grade. Like I don't know. I've always had a passion for making videos. I love showing people my creations since I was young. But editing, I got into that like 4 years ago when I met Dan. That's when I started getting into YouTube.
It was the same year you met me.
Yeah, same year.
Really? So it was actually when you met Dan.
4 years ago, yeah.
Like a little earlier. Yeah, like a little earlier than when you met me. You met me later that year. Because I remember, like, when I first like saw your Instagram page, you already had like a couple months of editing in.
Mm-hmm. And what were you editing?
Well, okay, we used to do. Okay, I don't know if you've seen, but in our videos we have like we have edits, like edits with like a song, not like video not like YouTube editing, but like an edit, like a.
Okay.
Like that. Right?
It'll be good I didn't see those because you would have rizzed me up or something.
Well, we used to make those out of like, well, there was something we were in a space, but with people they're called Jeej trampers. All right, they do trampoline tricks out in their backyard, and it's becoming a sport. Okay, there's been like events and stuff, but we used to take those guys' videos, edit them, and then post them on our Instagram, and like. Our Instagram accounts weren't that big, but they were decent size within the community.
Yeah.
If you know.
I would say we were like probably like the best app editor.
Yeah, we used to edit
at the time.
We used to edit on our phones, but in that space, we like over time became, I think me and him were the two best, like out of like the phone editors in that community. The computer editors, we stood no chance. But on phones, we were probably the best in the space.
No, actually, no. We stood a chance against the
some of them. I think
that's how good we were.
Yeah, we stood a chance against them. I'd say we were as good as like a mid-tier PC editor.
Okay.
On phone.
So to get this right, you started off editing by editing other people doing trampoline tricks or yourself?
Other people.
Cool.
For me, it was both.
Both?
I started editing a couple of years earlier. This dude can just fucking learn like that and pisses me off. Fuck you. I started editing a couple of years earlier. I started making like little YouTube videos and shit when I was like a kid. I used to like record vlogs. I would post myself going, "Hey guys, today we are doing flips and shit." And I wouldn't curse. I'd be like, "and frick" and shit. And I would just kind of upload shit from Video Star that I edited.
I can show you guys after this. I have probably over 100 videos from when I was the age of 8 to like 13 on YouTube. Like vlogs.
I love that.
Vlogs over 100.
So when was the first time you guys ever independently posted a video on YouTube / a social platform?
Okay.
13.
Well, I was like 8.
8.
Yeah.
Actually, no, you're right. I was like 8.
No, but then I'd post like brain rot. Like it was bad.
Oh yeah, same. I would record on my like phone. I remember this YouTube video I posted. I was like on the bus with me and my 2 friends at the time, and my friend was playing Super Mario Bros on his 3DS, and I was recording it separately on my phone while the bus was like jumping around, so it was just blurring. Every few frames you'd just see Mario, and then you'd hear screaming.
Yeah,
and then I was like, "Wow, this is so good."
Go. So I actually used to make Minecraft YouTube videos as well too when I was younger. Yeah, and you know what's crazy? I was actually a cat because I didn't want to expose my identity. So my friend, yeah, my friend was a dog voice, and my friend was actually a girl. And she was a dog, a guy dog, her guy dog, and I was the voice of her girl cat.
What the fuck? Yeah, what?
It's a true story. It's a true story.
Well, I wasn't wrong about the furry.
This sounds dude, this sounds like the start of like how furries became the bee. Like you know when you hear about how COVID started, and it was like some guy in a bat. Yeah, but.
And I won a lot of Hunger Games too. But anyway, so were you like always good at rizzing girls and trolling people, or did Omegle bring that out of you?
Okay,
Oh my
all right.
God.
We never liked the girls part because in the process of us doing that, we got our girlfriends. But to begin with, we didn't really.
So some would argue that you were,
I would say,
the best at it because you got girlfriends.
Okay. At first, I honestly liked it because I was like fucking like, I didn't give a shit at the time. I was like brokenhearted because of my last relationship because she left like really like out of nowhere. So it stunned me. So I didn't give a shit about like what I did. And then I met my girlfriend, and then like everything was like everything became colorful after that, let's say. But like, yeah, in the process of like doing the Riz part, I would say, yeah, we got our girlfriends, and it was just like it like came into a new light to us, like, oh shit, this is just stupid.
Yeah, it's really demeaning, I think. Like in this generation, a lot of people have like started being like, okay, if I get the more girls I get, the better I am. But I honestly, dude, I realized this like the entire time after meeting my girlfriend, the entire time, all I wanted was just one person to just constantly be there. And I think with the Riz stuff at the beginning, the only reason why we did it was because it was a trending topic and we wanted a quick blow up. We didn't think it was gonna happen that fast.
Honestly, yeah, it did.
And like because we saw the views, like, and the thing is, I didn't really want to stick to that because I didn't want to be known for that. And plus, I always had like a bad feeling in my stomach about it. I really felt uncomfortable, not nervousness, but
I know what you mean.
Like, because I didn't feel like that was myself. That's not something that I really wanted to do. It did get clicks. It did get views off the bat. But what we really wanted off the beginning was to like post funny videos, like trolling videos, funny videos,
make people laugh.
Yeah, and we're slowly transitioning.
I remember like months before we started the channel, me and you, we were like talking about how like we wanted to be like Isaac Wise type creators and shit like that. Because like, dude, we would like just sit there like with food in our hand, just watching Isaac Y videos for like hours and shit. And I remember like I wanted to do that so badly. And like I guess the Riz trend started, and we were like, okay, we need a quick basically what you said. We need a quick blow up. And I understand the bad feeling in your stomach. I guess the more and more it happened, I also got like, I didn't get like a bad feeling in my stomach. I just felt more and more objectified.
Yeah. I think I got really, I think it fucked up my, can we swear on this podcast?
Yeah, we can do it.
Dude, I've been swearing this entire time.
Okay, I think I fucked up my mental, I think it fucked up my mental health in a sense, because I got really, really crazy with the idea, like, we need views, we need clicks, we need to do this.
Oh my god, yes.
And
dude.
I was like pushing like, okay, we need to do the Riz. Like, I didn't care about producing the best content. I cared about producing the best content for the viewers. I didn't care about what I wanted to do. I didn't care about what we wanted to do. I just wanted to get the most clicks and views, and I got really obsessed with that. But I think as soon as I started letting go, and like my girlfriend helped me do that, and then we started actually posting what we thought was funny, and I was really scared a lot of our viewers would leave, but surprisingly 90% of them stayed.
Yeah, a good portion of them stayed, and they're still asking for Riz to this day, actually.
They still are, but we're never going to give them to them.
You guys forgot that. Clearly, you both got girlfriends like that.
We're still trying to transition out of it fully. Like, we still have to put girls in the thumbnails, which Like we don't really want to be doing that still.
Yeah,
But
I saw the recent thumbnail and I was like,
it's like it's but the thing is right now it's necessary. I'm trying to like slowly back off from it though, because like I'm trying to be able to make thumbnails that don't include any type of like girl or any type of thirst trap, but still get the clickability, like still get the click rate that we still maintain the click rate. So it's hard.
yeah.
We're still trying to do that.
What was I gonna say? I was gonna say some words, bro. I forgot those words.
And you touched on a lot of things there that we can loop back to. One of them was relationships and how you guys have had that and how that deals with things. Yeah. Another one was content and how you kind of structure that. But you also touched on just like blowing up super fucking quick, right? Like super quick.
Yeah.
Like if I'm not mistaken, you have around 70,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Something like that, yeah.
You have around like 6,000 or 5,000 members on your Discord.
Yeah, I think so.
I would think about,
something along those lines.
Yeah.
And you have
we have like 3 TikToks.
Yeah, and you have somewhere around 100,000 followers / subscribers platform wide, right?
In total.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that all happened within a span of like 8 months, something around there.
Half a year,
right? Like, how was that? How was that experience like? Like, what was some of the emotions going through your mind? Like, when was the points?
Honestly,
dude, I think it drives you crazy a little bit.
It doesn't drive me as crazy. I thought I'd feel famous. Let's just say that. I thought I'd feel like I'd be getting recognized more, almost in a sense. It stresses the fuck out of me. I'm not gonna lie.
There's like so much pressure because like
and we're not even at 100K.
Constantly deliver, dude. Like it's just like, and I'm just like that's what's kind of scary, dude. Because like we have so many people asking for Riz. We want this, we want that, we want that, and we're scared a little bit that over a period of time we might slowly decline by not giving them what they're asking for. But we don't. We both can't and both don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Right. So you need to figure out what you can still make that people love, appreciate, and
I think we made a good move with our last video, though.
Yeah, dude. That was like one of our best videos.
I think that was our. I think that was our best.
What's been the most pivotal videos? Like, what was the first video where you're like, dude?
Okay, the first video we posted, it didn't get that many views. We're kind of just doing what was trending. Second video got even less views. First video actually got 200 views. It's pretty good. It's really good for our first video.
These are main channel videos, right?
Main channel video, yeah.
5 minutes?
Yeah, it was. This was a 3-minute video. It was a 3-minute video.
3 minutes.
200 views. Second video was like a 5-minute video. It had like 50 views in like when we first posted. So it went down and we're like, okay, that doesn't work. Then we posted a video and then we realized, okay, this is kind of the mindset we had. We looked at, there's a channel called Family Friendly. Their most popular videos is just there's a girl in the thumbnail like flashing the camera. And we kind of copied the format and wrote, don't go on Omegle at 3 a.m. or don't go on Omegle after dark. That video had 100. It had 100 views when we first posted it. It was good. And then
no, I think it got to like 1,000 views.
Well, no, it started off at 100. And then I remember specifically, we just had finished filming. We were making the Riz Coach video, which is our fourth video ever. We were about to finish it, and I was literally screen sharing on Discord, making the thumbnail. And just
at this time,
and then all of a sudden, just like notifications, like boom, 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 boom. Like, what's happening? Oh
my god, yeah.
And we're just at 80 subscribers, 150, 200. I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck? A couple clips from that video actually did well on Instagram. Got like almost 1 million views on one of them.
So Instagram was where you guys blew up first.
Yeah, Instagram. Right? TikTok did not give us anything to work with,
it still hasn't given us shit.
Yeah, dude, TikTok literally, like, it's so bad. Like, dude, we look like a fan account of our own channel. Yeah, it's like it doesn't look like the main account. It looks like a fan account.
You had some people have clips that have blown up of content on TikTok, but not you.
Not our account. Right? Yeah. And then so pretty much the Riskers video, we posted it the next day, and I'm like, okay, I'm scared. Like, this isn't gonna do as good as the first one. I look at the next one, like it's like 4,000 views. The first one is at 10,000 or 15,000. The third, the After Dark, and then we like wake up the next morning, it's 4,000. We're like, okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's give it some time. Then like all of a sudden, like a week later, we check back. It's it's at like 100,000 views.
Yeah.
Wow. For a
And we're like
new channel.
Yeah, and we're like, dude, how the fuck did this happen? And we're scrolling through TikTok, and some guy took one of the clips, posted it on TikTok, and it has like 8 million.
Yeah.
On
my
TikTok.
God. Oh my God. Fuck that guy.
That clip. Everyone in my school has seen that clip. I think everyone in
Really?
Dan's personal life has seen that clip.
In my
Yeah.
personal life, yes.
Yeah,
No one from
no.
my school saw it, I think.
No, I think literally every single person that I am acquaintances with, IRL, has seen that clip.
Wow. And so
Yeah.
Dan said, "Fuck that guy," quote unquote.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
is
He
it
didn't tag us
really
at all.
is it really fuck that guy? Because people like, for instance,
Yeah.
Yes and no.
Mr.
Yes and no.
B.
Yes and no.
Mr.
He
Yes
didn't.
and no.
Yeah, he stole it. He didn't tag us. He put his
didn't
own
tag us.
tag on it. But
We
people in the
DM'd him.
comments actually found us. And then people in
Yeah.
the comments were spamming our names. So then people
Yeah.
that watched the video saw us. And then that exact clip got reposted by another guy. It has like I think like 12 mil on TikTok. I gotta search it up.
Yeah, but
Wow.
did they give us credit? No, I think
I-
they gave him credit.
They give that guy credit because they stole it from
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah.
And then we see it like multiple times. I think there's 6 posts of it that are over 5 million.
Yeah.
6.
Yeah, and then
Wow.
there's one on our account on our Instagram that's at about 3.5
million.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's
So
that.
at least one of your guys
I think-
is supposed to blow.
We
Yeah.
haven't.
None of those are yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think since then we haven't had a viral clip.
Yeah, we haven't had like a viral clip in a while.
We've had like 100,000, a couple 100,000, but we haven't had like another million, 2 million.
I think that early success, that early rise, at least when you started that particular channel, is just a testament to how much skill you guys built up, obviously, with editing, with studying how YouTube and shorts and all that work, and having gone through other stages, right? Because if I'm not mistaken, after you guys did the trampoline stuff and you did other types of content, I think you more recently, Gabe, also had a TikTok with some shorts that had 1 million views or so, reacting to music transitions.
Oh
different
yeah,
things
that
of
was way before. That was way long ago.
Okay.
Did you study Gabe before this? Like what?
Oh, that was a long time ago. I feel like I'm talking to Nardwar right now, dude.
And you came in with a lot of experience, both with what is trending and is entertaining, but also how to edit and put it together. And this is not the first time that you tried to do this, right? You've tried to stream, or you did stream.
We tried this like a couple of times before.
Yeah, it never worked out. This was kind of our last chance, and it worked. But pretty much,
Sort of.
we had a channel. Well, I had a channel before. He had a channel called Quacks.
Okay.
And we kind of would just play games and just like throw our videos in there because we used to watch this guy named The Do.
Okay.
And they posted a bunch. They did kind of the style of content we wanted to do. They'd play a game, but the focus of the video wasn't really the game, but their conversations while playing the game. We wanted to do stuff like that. And I think we tried doing that a bunch on our own channels, and that wasn't working. And then I remember I began trying posting shorts on my own account. They did decent. I was just experimenting, messing around. And my friend, like, I don't know if he wants me to say his real name, but my friend Uncultured, he blew up doing music transitions, and he had a couple music transitions that got like over 20 million on TikTok. Then those were insane. I remember he was like, I don't know, he kind of pioneered it.
He's been in like our videos a couple times.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh my god, I want to try this. So then I started doing my own. Those kind of got 1 million, 2 million. Like I kind of got a couple million views on TikTok doing that. And I wouldn't say it was so much the editing that blew it up. It was just the concept.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, the concept.
It was just a trending concept. Like anyone could have done it. Anyone could have done it.
Yeah, like you could have done it, Ty. Like
anyone
my dog could have done it.
Yes, anyone could have done it. But I think saying that is also a little bit of an insult because, like, I feel like he did. It did take a lot of skill for him to find that.
Yeah.
Because I think it's like once you find what you want to post, it's easy to replicate. But he just had to find that he defined it first.
It's
and that took a
about
lot.
the timing,
The
and
timing?
your skill set,
Yeah.
and who you are as a person, and
Yeah.
and then actually taking action on those things.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so-
yeah.
And so for you guys, you had different stages of content that you've made throughout your life. You know, you didn't blow up off of Quack's, Quack's vlogs. You didn't
Yeah.
blow up off the transition.
Quack.
Consistently.
That sounds tough. Quack's vlogs.
Quack. Is that why you have? Don't you have a duck head, Dan?
Fuck yeah, dude.
And you have a rubber chicken that you like.
Dude, he has it right here.
Dude, I brought it to Gabe's house when I went over the summer.
Okay, Dan. Now you have to wear that the entire rest of the podcast.
No,
Dude, I've worn it before. You can't breathe. Like,
yeah, you cannot.
I literally think, like, if he were to wear it, like, there'd be a while where like he's just not talking. We're gonna look at him and his skin's gonna be like fucking purple, bro.
He's gonna be like,
So sometimes you do that for content, right? That's one of the things you do in your videos for the entertainment is you do things like, whatever it would be, putting that on and saying something crazy and making people laugh or getting a weird reaction, right? Like, what are some of the concepts that you guys have found yourself doing that were most entertaining to your audience or fun to film yourself?
Okay.
some content. I guess.
Hmm.
Can I? I want to
You
talk.
go, you go, you
Fuck
go,
you. I want to talk.
You go.
Fuck you. Fuck you. I have the talking puppet now.
I'm gonna bleep out all of those with a quack every time you say
Fuck.
put on the duck head.
No, I'm not putting it on.
Put on the duck head and say
You won't
fuck.
be able to
Put on the
hear
duck head
me.
and say fuck. Do it. Do it.
Fuck.
All right.
So, what was the question again? What were the fun things we noticed that we like to film and shit? I feel like it's like the Gilbert suit or like whenever we dress up.
Yeah.
Basically.
No, I was thinking that.
Whenever we dress up and just do dumb shit. I think it's mostly because like we have like the mask confidence.
Bless you.
Yeah, you got
character.
confidence.
The mask confidence of like doing it and just like not giving a shit because no one like sees our faces.
Right. And you
Man,
almost
I guess
have that
just-
to a degree, even just as yourselves, but then you can go even more into character, I'd assume, when you do that, hey?
It's like when we put on the suits, we are the suits. Like we are those people.
Yeah.
We're
Or like Five Nights at
people.
Freddy's animatronics.
Like we are different. Like as soon as the
I just
suit
watched
goes
that
on,
movie.
dude. As soon as the suit
How
goes
did you
on,
think of it?
what do you think of it?
What did you think of the movie?
Oh, what I think of it
Finale.
is all right.
Exactly.
It
And
was alright.
it's not what I
Dude,
expected.
They
love.
need to follow the
Look at
game
that.
lore, man. If they followed the game lore, that would have been the best movie on the planet.
So, what were your favorite actual skits or like jokes that you did?
You want to go first?
Dude, okay. It was when we joined Slash's Discord and that one day, and it was like the Make Us Laugh thing. And I joined with my duck mask. No, was it? No, it was the
You joined
Gilbert-
shirtless
fucking,
with Pringles underwear
Yeah.
and the duck mask on his head.
Was it the duck mask?
Dude, yeah, and you just turned
Yeah.
into some like southern, like southern, like I don't even know what
Southern,
did you
like-
turn into.
Wife beater.
Yeah, like
And I took out my Hasbulla cutout. And I
you
was like,
turned into like
oh yeah.
I don't know if this is the
fucking
right.
love-
So I don't know if this is the right term, but southern cracky. Like
Southern cracky. I don't know. Is that the
That's not the
technical
right southern
Oh,
crack
like-
addict.
Oh my god, yeah, that's
better
cool.
fucking laugh or he's gonna get it.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
I
what he
just,
was
like,
doing.
I
He was
went
like
out
holding
frame
him hostage.
smacked it. Yeah, I went out frame, smacked it a couple times, and then like, oh yeah, and I just threw
Yeah.
it back in the frame.
I think my favorite character, dude, is we call him Gilbert. Okay.
Gilbert. Okay.
And it's where I put my green mask on, but I do it so that I pull my hair back so you can't see my eyebrows, you can't see my hair, and I just look like I'm off some like absolute monster drugs. And then what I do is I take my shirt off. I take my shirt off,
Oh, I know who you're talking
and,
about.
I have overalls, and I have overalls.
Like suspenders.
I have suspenders. And like the thing is, Gilbert is a man of very few words, but it's the stuff that he does that is so intriguing about the character. That's what I love about it, because like it's like I feel like I don't really need to try. I just do. Like in the recent video, we had a bit where I walked in the frame. I just had like a giant symbol, and I walked in with it and started smacking it as loud as I could with like the suit on, and I just looked like I literally just looked like I looked stupid, bro. Like it was.
Ty.
Yeah.
I have a question for you now.
Okay. Whoa, Dan. Mm,
I forgot it.
Okay.
No, okay. Do you ever have like weird fans almost? Like, for example, like me and Gabe, like we stopped at like the people going, Riz, I want the Riz. Or like just random people like swiping up in your DMs, just saying like the most outrageous shit. Do you ever get that?
I think we get 5 DMs a day telling us to oil up.
yeah, I
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
It's like, dude, and like, it's really bad. Also, like, I think we've dealt with the concept of a parasocial relationship sometimes, and like, it's like sometimes we have viewers will like speak to them one time in VC, and then they automatically think they're like best friends with us,
Right.
Dude,
and they'll talk to us like we've known them our whole lives, and they're like,
Right.
they're like really weird. Like they'll message us every 2 seconds. They call us.
But that's
I
pretty
had a
trippy,
moment like
eh?
that yesterday.
It's
actually.
because it's a little creepy.
I was going to the gym with my friend Logan. He's been in like the videos a couple times. I was going to the gym with him, and I get pinged in general saying in our thing our what the fuck our server basically saying, Pink, can you join general? Can you join the general VC? I'm like, okay,
You
sure.
spam me too.
Yeah, and I was like, I've been summoned, and I don't know, put on a weird voice, and then this guy was like, this little European guy, he's like, oh my god, Pink, I love your videos so much. You're so funny. You are the funniest Omegle person ever. And I was like, thank you, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. And he just kept on talking. I just kind of stopped listening a little bit after that.
No, but the thing is, they
And-
do it where it's like more than a compliment, where it feels like they're doing it to get closer with us in a sense.
Yeah.
Like it's
And
not
then-
genuine.
Afterwards, after I left, I got pinged like 3 more times saying thank you so much. I loved you so much. Join like back or whatever. And I just kind of turned off my phone after that.
So what's like the healthy line with that? Like, what would be your guys' ideal fan circumstance? Somebody loves your stuff.
guess-
What would they do to?
I guess it's almost like people who support our ideas, our new ideas, the new concepts we give out, and aren't immediately just like shutting it down. Because I try to do things on Instagram. I try to post on Instagram like saying, hey, like video ideas. And like people are like, Riz. And I'm like, I can't. We have girlfriends. I don't want to do Riz. And we get DMs, people saying, fuck them hoes, break up with them hoes. And it's just like disrespectful. It's really disrespectful. And
Because I feel
almost,
like
went off on them.
They don't really care. I don't feel like a lot of viewers, like a lot of the viewers, they don't really care about us. They don't care about what we want to do. They just care about seeing what they want to see.
Yeah.
And I think the audience that we want to build is people that will come, hang out, have a good time,
Yeah.
no matter what. Because
Yeah.
I think we're
Like,
trying to
people like
develop.
us.
I feel like we're trying to develop a trust in our viewers to where like they know no matter what we post, they know we're going to deliver a good video.
Yeah. I mean, people are starting to notice that. Have you seen the comments?
People are starting to notice that because our recent video was different. We're trying to be able to do stuff other than Omegle and have people actually be able to give it a chance and be like, okay, they deliver all the time on Omegle. The videos are always really, really good. I'm going to give this a chance. So I think once we develop that trust, I think we need to focus on building our core more as instead of focusing on getting a big viral video, we can focus more on building our core, building the community,
the audience,
building the
almost, yeah.
community that joins no matter what. People
Totally.
building the
Yeah,
community
totally.
that watches you no matter what.
Yeah, I think that's a great intention and a good way to go about things. Like I think about, you guys know who Matt Rife is by chance? Big
Oh yeah.
He
Love
was
that
just
guy.
on a podcast with Jordan Peterson that I had seen, and they
I
were
saw
talking
that.
about a controversy where he made some joke that people didn't like, and then people started, saying mean things or reaching out or whatever, / stop following him or watching him. And they were just debating why he wouldn't apologize for the joke and how that his core audience, who he actually wants to serve, will be there after that, and they'll recognize what he's actually doing and what he's actually intending for, and they'll stay. And the people who are saying, do Riz in this circumstance or
They'll go.
I love you, and they don't really care, or like whatever that kind of circumstance would be in that same sort of situation, they weren't there for the long term anyway, right? It's just a fleeting group of people, and the people who actually care, such as myself, for instance, or whoever it would be, who really respect you guys, who appreciate your work, or think you're super funny and awesome guys, will be there because you stuck to your heart, right? Because you were genuine, and people can feel that. People can feel when you're really trying to do what's best and what's ethical and moral. All of these things that you guys said, you know, you don't like what Riz content kind of stands for. Maybe is that a way to put it?
Yeah.
And you're doing your best to make people laugh, to give people a good time, and just be a part of people's, you know, routines, you know, in an ethical and net positive way, right? And you were touching on your girlfriends, and you guys both met your girlfriends through the video chat site. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Well, I met mine through you.
Right, but I met her through the video chat site as well.
Yeah.
So perhaps the conclusion was your Riz was more powerful than any of the Rizzlers. I'm gonna say that one last time. And
Dude, that's the worst sentence I've ever heard in my life.
I actually want to leave after you said that.
You guys have put Riz in your titles like more than I have.
Yeah, dude. It's because it's like a keyword. Because like when people, it's a keyword that YouTube will promote.
Yeah, it's like almost like a tag almost.
Yeah, great word.
So
how has it been having a girlfriend? Like over nearly the entire time of Jeej, while being laser focused on creating, on recording. How has that like influenced the nature of the content you produce? And what do you think?
I think people have a twisted idea that like, oh, if you have a girlfriend, it's gonna slow you down.
Yeah,
like, your girlfriend's gonna slow me down. Like, I have to spend time with her, and I won't have time to do this. But the right girl for you, I personally believe. Like, I'm still young, so like, who knows? I could be completely wrong. But I feel like the right one for you will give you the time you need for it, will push you, will give you the motivation you need, will always be there, be supportive of you, won't drag you down in any way, and will just always uplift you. I think someone that's meant for you will do that, and, you know, I've achieved that with my girlfriend right now.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I actually was going to ask, what do you think you need in a relationship in order for it to be successful? And a lot of those things is exactly that, right?
Trust. Yeah, definitely trust.
I think trust, communication, and you have to remember the fact that you guys are a team. Because I feel like a lot of people argue for their own benefit, but I think arguments should be turned into, I guess, constructive criticism, where it should be like, okay,
it's like us versus the problem.
It's like I have the like me and her versus the problem, more as my problem versus your problem. You know what I mean? It's like, it's more like, okay, I need to compromise this way, you need to compromise this way to achieve this problem, to fix this problem. And I think that's the best way to go about it. And I think as soon as I made that mental switch in my head, arguments got a lot less stressful. I felt a lot less like attacked in arguments per se, but more just like, okay, I see what you're trying to say here. Like, we need to fix this problem. We're both facing this problem, and we need to work together to fix it. I think that's the best way to go about it.
Yeah, man. I think that's beautiful, and I absolutely agree. I'm very into self-development and doing the best I can to become the best person for myself and all those around me, as well as you guys. I know you guys are behind the scenes super into that as well too. I don't know how much they know about that, but you guys work out all the time. You guys are constantly optimizing productivity and your scheduling, and you know how much energy you have, brain function, all that type of stuff. And
speaking of like workouts, like I think the gym is also like a big part of my mental health. Considering like I have anger issues, I'm gonna be completely transparent about that. I have anger issues. I don't take out my anger on people, but like I take out my anger more on myself almost. And I think the gym is like great for getting out, like I guess that anger, because that's the time of day when I'm the most pissed off. And like by the time I'm out, I'm done. I'm done with like all the anger. I'm just calm for like the rest of the day. I guess I'm more angry during that time because I try super hard to like go to complete failure, and if I can't go to complete failure or the rep that I'm at, I just get really pissed off. And since I get really pissed off in the moments, it like gets all my anger out from like the last like couple days.
Yeah.
And I think it's great for my mindset.
I love that. And I agree, and I appreciate, by the way, your vulnerability with that. And I am very similar in many respects, in the sense that workouts are huge for my mental health. Like, And I think that's a kind of an underestimated portion of that. I mean, when we think about it and you're in circles of people who work out, you don't really think about it as often, but the majority of the West, the actual majority, as far as I'm aware, is not in the physical place that they want to be, right?
Mhm.
So when you think about fitness and you think about, sure, the physical side of fitness, right? Of course, aesthetics, of course, function in general, but you also think about the mental side of that, right? Like think about this, Dan. Think about how many people are in the exact same circumstance as you, but they just haven't found the gym yet.
Yeah.
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Before the gym, I would take out my anger on people, which is terrible. Like I used to yell at people. Like it was bad, dude. Also, I was a dumb kid, so like I didn't know any better. I didn't know how to control my anger. I didn't know anything.
But you guys are 19 and 18, correct?
Mm.
So even for you considering that and kind of recognizing that, embodying that, accepting that now, I think that you're doing a really good job. I'm 21, a couple years older than you guys, but still, I think that understanding what that energy is, how to resolve it, and alchemize that to become a healthy person, to use your energy in creative ways and productive ways, that benefit all the people around you is really admirable, man.
Hey, I don't know how you think of the gym, but that's how I think of it.
I think of it in different ways.
Well, and I'll kind of like throw another question in there for you, Gabe. What would you say? Like, you're pretty fit. You're both pretty fit, and that's a priority, obviously. But with editing and content creation, business overall being on your kind of horizon, I imagine like the cognitive benefits is something you care about a lot as well. There's also other areas like Dan was mentioning. Would you say like the brain function side is your biggest priority? Is that your top outcome, or what is it for you?
Okay, I actually, honestly, when I first started the gym, I literally wanted nothing but just the physical benefits, just looking big, because I wanted to impress people. I wanted to be physically fit. I wanted respect. I wanted to look good. But recently, because I feel like, I have ADHD and a lot of brain fog, and I felt like I'm not reaching my productive like potential when it comes to editing. I'm honestly, I was a very slow editor. I couldn't focus for a long time.
I'm like,
and I realized I'd get to places where I was just like, okay, like I can't do this. So I'm like, okay, how do I get rid of brain fog? And I actually met somebody in the gym who told me like the gym, and then certain ways of dieting will completely remove brain fog, and it just helps my like cognitive function a lot. And I think if I don't go to the gym, my brain power is not its 100%.
Dude, I think I have swamp ass.
Oh shit, bro!
I just dropped a little laugh emoji for you in the Zoom connections.
You corny fuck.
But dude, I think going to the gym, bro, like has made me like a lot more mentally clear. But I don't know, everyone gets this, but there's something called carb crash, where you'll have carbs and then your brain will just go to shit after a couple hours. So I started going to the gym paired up with moving all my carb heavy meals to the end of the day, dinner time. So I'll have no carbs throughout the day, except maybe some fruit, eat some carbs at dinner, go to the gym in the morning, and my brain function is 10 times better. When editing, I can think more clearly, so many more ideas. I know how to structure videos a lot better. And I think the entire process as a whole is a lot less stressful. And I think a lot of people are asking like why we don't post more, why don't we post more? That's kind of why for me, because my editing is like I could edit a lot faster than I do, and like coming up with ideas, editing, thumbnail design, a bunch of things just take a lot of time, and especially when dealing with brain fog and loss of mental clarity, it's kind of hard to produce videos as fast as they want them to come out. But that's something we're working on. So if anybody that watches us is watching this and you guys are sad that we don't post that often, we're actively trying. Quality of the videos you guys are seeing.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, we like no matter like the uncomfortableness and like shit we get from the fans, like we still care about them. We still care. Like that's they made us.
They made us. They made us.
Like, and like they're still supporting us no matter what we do. Also, I should probably start that, but like I'm so bad at like the diet, the carb thing. I'm like really bad at dieting. I cannot.
Like, what do you guys typically eat? Because like my background is in nutrition and diet and in the more self-development, peak performance kind of thing, but particularly with nutrition. Like I've been tracking that stuff since my early high school. I got everyone in my high school onto the calorie trackers, and I've done the same meal plan for the past like 3 years. I love that stuff. So like what do you guys typically eat? And like and what would you recommend for someone, you know, maybe around your age, a few years younger, who looks up to you, is inspired by you guys, and what they could try out to become a little bit healthier, a little bit more productive?
Me personally, my diet is probably really unhealthy. I don't get much vitamins in my diet, to be honest. I don't eat fruit. I eat hella ground beef, rice, hella rice, a lot of rice. And like I try to put chicken in there and vegetables sometimes, but like it's mostly just meat and rice, to be honest. So I would not go about doing that because, like, one, it makes me nauseous half the time. And two, I experience a lot of brain fog. And I would change up my diet, but like I'm not really the best cook.
And I actually just to caveat that and comment on that, I like that you're still getting gains and that you're still like going really hard with editing and with creating and all of this stuff. You also make music. Like I don't think a lot of people know that. It's really good.
Not really a lot of people. Mostly the mods and like our Jeej chord thing know about that a little bit.
Yeah, really good music. I can't wait until that becomes more part of your presence as well, because you're really gifted at that. You have a lot going on, and yet you recognize that you're not fueling yourself to maximum capacity, right? And from my background of having a lot more experience in general than almost any other kind of field in life, I think that's a really exciting thing, honestly, because it just shows how much potential there is still, like how much you've worked yourself, you know, and yet you still are going to be able to explode in productivity, and also with those things related to how your mental state is hugely correlated to diet, massively correlated to what you're putting in your body with, like, you know, the vitamins, mineral stuff you were talking about, and, you know, not having a ton of the other stuff, whether that's like a lot of carbs. Like for instance, my meal routine that I've done for the past 3 years is a little bit lower carb, like 150 grams, 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per body weight that I have, and as much healthy fats as possible. As many
trackers to the decimal almost.
I mean, that's like the general principle. It's not always tracked with my meal preps, but actually just recently recalibrated, make sure that everything was good. But like egg whites, eggs, chicken breast, broccoli.
Egg whites are great.
Yeah. Broccoli, onions, garlic. That's my hot meal. That's my main meal.
I've started garlic and broccoli also.
Yeah.
Recently.
Yeah,
dude, it's so crazy.
I'm just not the best cook.
You don't,
dude. I burn half my food.
I literally burn all of my food too, dude. It's so funny. My mom has a sticker on one pan in our house, and she's like, "This is Ty's," with a heart on it in green tape, because I burned all the pans that I use.
Dude, that's so funny.
Yeah. Dude. So you don't have to be a good cook. I am not a good cook. I honestly don't like cooking, and yet I've done this, but that's just because I like the results. And I feel like that's very similar with you guys. We've just had different histories and stuff, and I'm older, but like the result is what I care about. I love peak performance and becoming the best version of himself for the same reason of you guys, so I can help other people, inspire other people, entertain other people, you know, but be as aesthetic as possible, be as happy myself as possible, so I can help other people be happy as well too. So
speaking of aesthetics, speaking of also the gym, on top of that, I think another reason that another reason the gym affects my mental health, this is but like negatively, is because I feel like I'm not always in the best shape I can be, and I look at myself constantly, like in the mirror at home, in the mirror at the gym, and I'm like, damn, I wish I was bigger. And like that body leads into I have terrible body dysmorphia. Like I feel like I'm like, I need my waist to be smaller, I need my shoulders to be bigger, I need to be like peak aesthetic, I need to be a trend twin, man. But like which also affects everything like mentally, because I have really bad mental health. It's like terrible. I take fucking medicine for it. And that's another reason, like snowballing from that into our videos, I think that's what makes them come out slower, because I'm always like either in a negative headspace or just a headspace where I can't do something at the moment because I'm focusing on something else completely different. And I just, a lot of the times Gabe has to take over with the editing. Like we still edit both, like a good majority of the part, but like a lot of the times, like especially with this recent video, like Gabe has had to take over like 80% of the editing, because I've like last couple of weeks I've been like so shit in the head that I haven't like been able to edit. And that's another reason why videos take so long to come out, I think.
And again, I really appreciate that vulnerability. I think that's the best thing you can possibly do when you have thoughts like that, right? Is speak them and speak your truth. And I think people do resonate with that. You know, appreciate you saying truthfully how you feel. And also, bro, so many people out there that are listening to this and in a general feel the exact same way as you. Like, you know that, right? You're not alone.
A lot of the time I'm like, oh, I'm not good looking enough. I'm too small. I'm not good enough. I'm such a shit person. Like, I'm not funny enough. Like, it's just all those thoughts.
And there's a balance with this stuff, right? Because when we think about like a concept I think about a lot is like holistic development. Like, how do you become the best version of yourself possible? Like, what did the universe give you the potential to become? And how do you become that? How do you hone all of the archetypal energy? That's a big word you have available.
That is a big word. You use big words, man, and I'm a little slow in the head.
And access it all, right? And even though you're slow in the head, you've still accessed a lot of, I'm kidding. Even though
thanks.
You guys have accessed a lot of your potential. You go to the gym, you're both fit guys, you're both healthy in general, right? You are both also very talented at editing and being funny given these contexts, right? And so piggybacking on that, like, what do you think a healthy balance is?
Honestly, for me, taking care of my physical health is taking care of my mental health. Because I think with the stuff I do eat, it does fix my mental health a lot. I think,
and what does that look like for you, by the way?
Fixing mental health, I think it's, for me, the big things for me, I think are sleep, diet, and exercise. And I think with those three things, there's no way my mental health can be bad. Unless something tragic happened. But I think from the day to day, I don't think there's a possible way my mental health can be bad if I'm sleeping, exercising, and dieting. And I feel like I do have a right to say that because there was a lot that I went through, especially like this past like 8 months since we started the channel. There's a lot of dark sides to YouTube that a lot of people don't touch on, I feel like.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stress. Like people all see the sunshine and rainbows. People all see like people see the fame, people see the enjoyment, people see the money. None of those things really exist without the stress, the pressure. There's a lot of mental pressure that goes into it. Like sometimes you make a joke and you're like, sometimes not make a joke, but sometimes you make a video and you're like, is this video funny enough? This video is not meeting their standards. This video needs to be better. The clips were bad. We're taking too long.
The views are bad.
And like, I think that puts you in a position to sometimes, for me specifically, I felt like after a while, I wasn't good enough, so I was forced to put on characters. Like in videos, it's hard to shake it, but sometimes I pretend to be somebody I'm not.
That's almost where like the Gilbert thing came from, right?
Yeah, and it's affected me outside of YouTube too. Like in my relationship with my family, conversations for me feel so awkward because they feel so slow paced. They don't feel loud enough. They feel so slow because I'm not playing that character. I'm just being myself, and I feel like I'm boring. Because I'm just so used to the fast-paced cuts, fast-paced. I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Screaming your head off, being like crazy on camera, that when I'm having a normal conversation day to day, my awkwardness is like 2 times more than it ever was.
Speaking of like the fast-paced cuts, I think that's also something we like improved on from like our videos.
Yeah, no, that's improved.
Remember like remember in the beginning, we were like, oh, this needs to be super fast-paced and like everything. But like, I think after a while, we kind of realized that we need, like, I guess, slower moments because sometimes the slower moments are funnier. Instead of like it being like fast paced, like just constantly pumping out like clips and shit. Because we started to get feedback almost from people going, "Oh, this is way too fast."
Oh, the second most recent video.
Yeah, like I can't understand this. Like, what's going on? Like,
yeah, and in the recent video, like we like dumbed it down so much more.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that helped it turn out like so much better. I think obviously you have to put out what you want to put out, but there is times when you have to listen to feedback from the viewers.
Yeah, especially because they're still our viewers, and
even though they ask for risk, even though we don't want to do it, if they give us criticism on editing, on things that we actually can fix in the moment, it's really good to listen. It's really good to listen to, because sometimes when you're editing, it's really hard to see it as the perspective from the viewer.
And nowadays, there's TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, etc., right? Snapchat, blah, blah, blah. And everyone is creating content to some degree. And there's the different influences that people are paying attention to, whether it is what is trending right now and working for people right now or other people are doing. There is what you like to do and what you want to do. And then there is what people who are already following you or already know who you are would want to see from you or would expect to see from you. And you need to figure out how to kind of alchemize all that and know what to put out, right? You need to have some sort of clarity, some sort of like ethics or values or whatever, that you can stick to. And Riz didn't stick into that for you guys. And also certain other things don't stick into that for you guys. So like, what do you guys see in the next, like, let's say if we were to project out 2 years, just hypothetically, what would you hypothetically think in 2 years the trajectory of content leans towards or builds into in your ideal outlook?
Okay. I think every, let's say, streamer or YouTuber has like its journey. So if you think about, I don't know, someone like Queso, for example, he started off playing NBA 2K.
Yeah.
That was his niche for a while. He then transitioned to Harry Potter Lego. Like, was it
Hogwarts Legacy.
It was Hogwarts Legacy. Started playing that. And because it started off with a specific niche. Only people wanted to see NBA 2K. Then he slowly transitioned. That's what we're doing. We're transitioning from Omi to Discord. So it's like a similar transition. Yeah. But then eventually he grew his core audience enough to now he can do anything.
Yeah, I remember like seeing like or
that's
hearing
the
something
goal.
About like when he was like starting Hogwarts Legacy, he was like so scared to like switch the content. Yeah, because like he was afraid he was gonna lose all of his viewers.
That's what we're going through right now.
That was the same thing with like our Discord Shark Tank video. I mean, and it got less views than our normal videos because it's different.
But there was people that liked it.
Yeah, otherwise people liked it. Like other people liked it, but people that did watch it and ended up enjoying it stayed.
I think the goal is just to be able, not just real life videos, but to be able to do anything we want.
Yeah.
Like we could literally post a fucking video of us taking a shit and people would watch it. like literally, like I think the goal, I think we're gonna go from this to Discord, then people are gonna say, okay, they can deliver on both these niches. Then eventually we can start throwing in other things in there. Things that are completely like subtopics in the niche that are way different than the typical videos in the niche. People instead of copying what already does well, we're able to kind of pave our own way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't gotta follow normal people's thumbnail formats. We don't gotta follow normal people's video formats, editing formats. We can just do what we want to do, and we won't drop any viewers. I think that's the goal. Like we can do a real life video. Like we could do this is an idea. We wanted to do like eventually one day do game show type videos. Like we do like Hell's Kitchen or some shit.
Yeah, that would be
so
cool.
funny. I know, and we got like a bunch of our friends to do it, and like people would watch it because it's like the same editing style, same pacing.
Yeah.
And we just do it how we want, and people watch it. Like that's the goal.
So would you say that would be the point where you feel like you made it? Is like you guys know you have full clarity that you can do any project and it will be somewhat successful as long as you put your heart into it?
Yeah. That's the goal.
Gabe, do I kick his eyes? Like I feel like, dude, is this eye lower?
Dude, it looks like you're right now.
Dude, what the fuck? Dude, I've been looking at this for like the last like 10 minutes.
What's wrong with your eye? Wait, one of his eyes is slightly lower than the other one.
Dude,
what?
I don't.
Dude, close your eyes a little bit. Oh my god, I can see it. You see it?
One of his eyes.
I don't know if I'm
is slightly
tripping,
lower
but his like left eye, no, his right eye is like slightly lower, like literally like a half a centimeter lower.
Let's not put this in. You can't have people like that. Dude, in person, is it not, it's
No,
not
I
like that
didn't
in person.
notice it until you pointed it out.
He said,
No, it's just the camera. I think it's just.
I think
right
it's just
now.
the angle, yeah.
Yeah, it's just the angle.
Oh my god, dude, that scared the crap out of me.
lifelong trauma captured on camera.
Dude, that scared the crap out of me.
That's hilarious. And
No, but like that goes into like our other thing. Like I'm so insecure about the way I look. A lot of the time, I'm scared people are gonna see me different. And I'm still looking at it. But I think it's just the angle, to be honest.
yeah, let's say it's the angle.
What was that?
That was me resolving this.
What's that? What?
I think you have.
Let's say. You mean it is the angle, right? Actually, no, it is the angle. I'm like looking at myself. Oh my god.
Have to tilt your head like 5 degrees.
No.
From the rest of
No. No,
Okay.
I'm gonna be like,
Okay. So also, I just wanted to comment with all of that stuff you were just talking about with your goals with content, where you kind of came from, all that sort of stuff. You tried a lot of different things. You have you have setups, right? You guys have PCs, you have mics, that sort of thing. Hey,
You could say that about this place.
yeah, you're in a dungeon a little bit. No, that's what I wanted to touch on. Is you guys have made really kick-ass content, but relative to your guys' setups, you guys actually, despite what people may or may not think, don't have and didn't start out with much equipment at all, right? Is that
Zero.
right? Like
we
what
still have the exact same equipment, bro.
like what equipment, like what equipment and like a quick kind of spurt do you have? And what did you start out with? Because I know you've made some upgrades, but
I had a really, really shitty PC. Like anybody watching this that has a PC, your PC is probably better than my old PC.
you edited on that. You made
Yeah,
your first
dude,
one.
that was pain. That was pain. Like it was so laggy. Like my clips would corrupt. I would edit for like 3 hours, and then everything would just get deleted, and it was really annoying. And like I started saving up money we started saving up money like through YouTube. I ended up getting a PC. I kind of needed it for content's sake, and this PC is way better for content. Like it's just like it's so much smoother, and I can get things out way faster than if I was in my old PC.
Yeah.
But this mic I got just before as like a gift from my dad. Remember my birthday, he got it for me. But I think over time through like making money. We started off with barely anything except this mic. But I just had the editing skill, kind of the mindset, and we went for it. Started making a little bit of money, and then I just reinvested every single dollar into just upgrading my equipment.
Mm. Yeah, and I wanted to touch on that because I actually have a business in the financial industry, and we're helping people with exactly that, right? Like looking at what they're doing now, how to help them get their money working harder for them, but also just talking about saving and that sort of a thing. And I don't think a lot of people save as early as perhaps you guys have done or are generating income in the kind of way that you're doing. And you don't even need the equipment to start. But once you start reinvesting into yourself, it becomes even easier to make it seamlessly, even easier to get into the flow. But for people kind of watching this and thinking about like, well, I need all of this stuff to get started.
You don't.
You don't
need that. I think honestly, just have fun, post what you want. I think it's really important that you start off with a specific niche. I think that's really important with YouTube. You start off with, and if people don't know what a niche is, that's pretty much the topic you do. So
topic, yeah.
A Discord would be a niche. Making videos on Omegle, that's a niche. But there's sub niches. There's Omegle, there's funny moments, that's a niche. Omegle trolling, that's a niche. Omegle Riz, that's another niche. There's like sub niches within the niches, and I think you got to start off with a sub niche and then kind of grow out of it, then be able to use the whole niche to its entirety. And then once you have the entire niche down to your entirety, you can start grabbing other niches and bringing them in, and so slowly like
Branching out.
it's slowly branching out and growing.
We're not really like with our manager anymore. I don't
Yeah.
even know what happened. He just disappeared off
He
the
kind of
face
taught
the
us about this, but yeah.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I remember one conversation we had with him was basically him talking about how the niches. Yeah, how basically what you just said, Gabe. How the YouTube algorithm works. Like if you put one video out, it's going to recommend it to people, and if you keep putting the same sort of niche video out, then then the recommendations are going to get bigger and bigger.
Think of it like a Gario. Let's use a Gario.
Yes,
as an example,
yes,
right?
that's perfect.
Start off with your little circle, right? You have it. You eat one of the dots, okay?
I was trying to
dot-
think, like, what is a Gario? And then I was like, oh shit, the dot game where you're ripping around
Yeah.
to eat the smaller
The
dot.
dot is
Yeah.
one small dot is a sub niche. Think of that. Okay, let's think like this is how we started. Think of that as Riz, Amigo Riz. We did that. We ate that dot. We started eating all the other dots in the area, all the other Riz. We grew the bubble. Then our bubble that's as big as our audience. Then there's other bubbles on the other side of the map that are like trolling. We're like, okay, let's eat some of those. It can either expand it, maybe shrink it.
In our case, it expanded it.
It expanded it. We expanded it. And then we started eating every single dot within the Amigo niche. So now we can kind of post anything we want on Amigo and people will watch it. So that's our audience now. So now we're like, okay, we got Amigo down pat. Let's move on. Let's get Discord in there. Let's eat some dots on Discord. At first it didn't work. But the second time, we kind of hit another subsection of Discord.
Yeah, we got like 30K views within like the first day.
Which is pretty good for that niche, especially because it's a different niche. And like,
that's actually the best one of our videos is done within a day in a while.
It starts growing and growing and growing. And then I think it's just you got to strategically take on different sub niches. And then once you like master a sub niche, you can then move on to other sub niches within that big niche until eventually you get that entire niche under your belt. And then you move on to another. And then you can do another. And then eventually you'll get so big to where you can do anything.
That's basically, like, thinking back on it, that's what PewDiePie did.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that he like conquered YouTube and was like, all right, I'm having a son.
Yeah.
Yeah, PewDiePie, one of the biggest creators of all time. He started with COD gaming, right?
No, it was Minecraft.
Minecraft, and then he did COD gaming, and then he did scary games, and then it kind of
scary
evolved.
games is like what blew him up.
Yeah, I think back then YouTube worked a lot differently. Like back in like 2013 to 2015, you could post virtually anything, and there's a chance of it getting views.
Yeah,
well,
that was kind of when a lot of the niches weren't even created yet.
There was no niches, stuff, right? Now now
niches like started happening like 2016, like when vlogs started to become like really popular.
Yeah, and that's kind of a good thing and a bad thing too, right? Because obviously there's saturation, or like when you think about how everyone in our generation wants to be unique, they want to have something special about themselves. They want to, they want to be an individual, right? They want to be able to do all that stuff. A lot of people are just at school or just have some really, really lame ass job that they hate. And they're looking for these other outlets to be able to express themselves and to be unique in whichever way, right? And I feel like you guys are a good example of people who've found an outlet where that has been successful for you guys. Like you've been able to hone your creative energy and your interests and stuff and actually create something out of it, right? Where other people can appreciate that. And in correlation with what you were talking about, like saturation of markets, right? There's a good and a bad side to that. So in regards to people who are looking to start creating something, what do you think their process should be when trying to decide what to create? Do you think that they should just kind of go with what they're most passionate about in the moment? Do you think that they should,
I guess
to an extent.
To an extent. Go with something go with an editing style you want. I guess
I think use the editing style that you want.
Use the editing style that you want, but like try to match up with the trends. So it's like,
and most people probably haven't really edited before either, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We keep getting editor requests, and like people are like, "Oh, I have 3 years of editing. I have 2 years of editing." Stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's too drastically different than what we're already doing to where our viewers. Well, I don't think they'd like it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So just go with kind of what you're passionate about and find a style that you resonate with.
To an extent.
To an extent, yes.
I think people instantly right away do what they're passionate about, and then it ends up not getting views, and I think they quit. I think you gotta find a trend. You gotta spot a trend, build it up, but still maintain the personality you're passionate about. Maintain the editing style if you're an editor, like what you're passionate about.
Transition from
and then slowly transition into where we're getting closer to what we're actually truly passionate about.
We've all to make like Discord videos.
That's like
even before we started the channel, like that was what we wanted to do.
And even bigger than that, I really want to have like those big. I really want to have like big sets one day.
Sets,
like big sets, big filming sets one day where we're like actually get to go out and do shit.
Oh yeah,
like real life stuff. Like I really like that would be amazing. Like
yeah. Dude, like also, yeah, on top of that, I've always wanted to do vlogs too.
Yeah. Like that's something that that's something I like. That's the place we want to grow to. So I don't think you can start there. Like there's a journey you kind of have to go through.
Yeah.
To be able to get there.
Kind of respect or credibility or levels of creating content and mastering that kind of thing. Just like you were saying, that's a pretty big dot. People are doing that at a high level with other high level people. They're paying lots of people, a lot of production.
Yeah. It's just like right? You can't overtake the big blob as a little small Lagario blob. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to grow it.
Then you'll just grow it alive.
And then
it'll flop.
Once you're big enough, you can eat them.
Totally.
Pause. Yeah. You can
pause.
Do it.
And I think that's super useful. Thanks, guys. Because like I think a lot of people are out there and they're just like, you know, kind of maybe they're depressed a little bit, you know, maybe they're not in the physical shape they want to be. Maybe they don't have girlfriends who they feel like they're in healthy relationships. Maybe it feels a little toxic or they get hook up and just, hookup culture or just like, you know, floating around and whatnot. Maybe they don't have a lot of family connections. And so they're trying to find their people, you know, and all of this is stuff that can come through creating things that are online, right? You know, we all met each other online, all three of us and both of your girlfriends, right? And so it's a really important tool for life now because we're all essentially like cyborgs, right? Like I got this massive desk set up and I live like through this, you know? Every time you guys have ever seen me has been through this. Every time you guys have seen each other besides being in person and your girlfriends has been through this. And so
I've seen you in the kitchen.
You see me in the kitchen?
Mm-hmm. You've been cooking before.
Through my phone?
Yeah.
And my phone. Yes. Still a cyborg though. I also had some deep questions that I'd throw in there just because I really like deep questions. And I thought that it'd be interesting to get your kind of perspective on some things that are kind of fundamental to everybody. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
I know you like deep questions, but like my brain.
What did you say? Your brain can't take some of them?
Let's do it.
Okay. Do you guys remember any of your dreams?
Well, when I was a kid, I had a dream that my family died. They got eaten by a fireball.
What kind of dreams are we talking about?
Like, I think it's a carrot.
Wow. I think it's a carrot.
I mean, I don't really remember my dreams that much. My dreams are normally kind of just brain rot stupid.
Yeah.
But if we're talking about dreams as in like goals, lifelong goals, I guess just being a content creator. That was one of my goals. I think my main passion now is transition. I just want to be successful without the use of school. And I know that sounds a little stupid, but
no, for sure. I mean,
I really want to be successful. I want to be greater than the norm.
I want to show my parents. I want
to show my parents that I can do this without school.
Yeah, because like, dude, for like ever since I was like a kid, they were like, you need to go to college. You need to go to college, or else you won't be successful.
Obviously, like a lot of people fail when they do stuff outside of school. Yeah. A lot of people fail, and like I guess they're like because pretty much they do it just out of wanting the best for us. But I just want to show them that with me, there's nothing to worry about. Like I'm so dead set focused on just being the greatest I can without school. I want to be greater than the norm. I want to do what I want to do because I think with one life, there's no point in doing something you don't want to do. And I think I would rather be paycheck to paycheck doing what I love than making 5 times the amount doing something that I don't want to do.
Sitting in an office all day, just like
Thing is, even though I'd much rather do that, that doesn't change the fact that I still want to grow what I want to do to a big size to where I'm financially free. Because with financial freedom, I want to travel. I want to go see everything I want to see, because a lot of people live their lives. Like a couple of my friends' parents have lived their entire lives. They're 50 and they've not left the city, not left like the province. And it's like, I don't get how you can do that. Like, I really like, I want to go see, like, I want to go to the middle of a fucking desert in the middle of like Saudi Arabia for like no fucking reason. I want to go
film a
see
Yeet video there.
I want to go to
Yeah,
like,
make content there, right?
I want to go see like some like random ass little village in Japan. Like, I want to go. There's so many places I want to go, and like
there's a creator. I forget his name. He does content like that.
Yeah.
He dude, fuck, what's his name?
And
What is pissing me off? He like travels the world and just like talks to different people.
yeah, and I think the goal with that, I think the goal with doing this is like going back to how we want to do content about anything we want to do. I want to be able to go anywhere I want to go, paired up with making content alongside of myself. Like, I want to make stupid videos, be on the plane, just like I don't know, just being myself, just posting.
Like,
Totally.
didn't we like talk about like wanting to go to Japan at one point?
Yeah,
like,
dude, I want to go there.
I still want to go to Japan. That seems so cool.
Yeah. No, I love all of those. And I resonate a lot with that as well, too. Like, seeing different cultures, experiencing different people, creating things in different environments, and just being head to the grindstone of making things, right? Of being a net positive to people and making that a living while being able to see things, right? And it does become realistic if you dedicate yourself truly to it, because it's not easy, right? Like you guys have mentioned a little bit, you put a lot of like most, if not all, of your time into content / self-development, right? Is that kind of accurate?
I think 100% of my time, yes.
Yeah.
It
And
takes
so obviously it is
95%
possible.
of my time.
I think because I group in my relationship with self-development.
Yeah, because it's like a reset or whatever you want to call it. It's like a meditation.
Well,
kind of
it's like a
therapy.
it's like I'm kind of building something with somebody, you know?
Yeah.
And I think it's like necessary. I think being in a relationship is necessary for my goals.
Yeah. Good relationship that
like
I wouldn't be as excited to build what I want to build if she wasn't in my life.
there was actually
I think I would just be like going through like I'd just be going through like the steps over and over and
Yeah,
over.
I wouldn't be as motivated as I am.
you
I
guys
would feel
have
very
way.
locked and looped into place.
and you guys have long distance relationships, both of you right now. And I came across a little list on TikTok last night on this one video where they had 7 like keys to having a successful long distance relationship. And I was curious to see if you guys agree with these things and or do these things, or if you have something else that you think is more important, or if none of them apply. So they said, talk and share how you're feeling every day. 1,
Yes.
being open and honest consistently.
Yeah.
Create special moments together, like content or dressing up for Halloween, things of that nature.
Yes. Yes.
Watching movies and things of that nature together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Playing games or interacting in something like that together.
Yes. It's a little different with me because she has, well, I don't know if she wants me to say it, but she has like things for her head. Like, playing games for a long time really hurts her head. So we kind of do stuff to make up for it. Like, I don't know. We'll do simpler games, but it's still the same concept.
We play Roblox. Me and my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Simpler games. Just the graphics I was just thinking about.
Keep going.
Talk about the future and what you're gonna look like.
100%.
Yeah.
And provide emotional support for each other.
Yes.
Yes.
All those 7 things. I think if you're missing one, it's done. Like,
yeah.
I think one of the most important things is both being excited about the future. I think having a vision for the future, like long term, 2, 3, 4, 5 years plus in the future. I think having a vision for that is very important because it makes you excited. It makes you think, okay, if I'm having an argument now, it's not the end of the world because me and her are still just as motivated about building like our future. And these arguments are necessary to get out of the way now. Like, we need to learn how to communicate together. We need to learn how to solve problems together if we want the future we want. And I think just consistently talking about our future plans really helps us emphasize I guess, the team building aspect in the relationship. You know what I mean? Because we're both working towards one similar goal or the same goal.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like and I'm single right now. I've had one long-term relationship that was really healthy back in high school, and I feel like it was the exact same way where you can really use each other as whole people in certain aspects to become a better version of yourself, right? And you're constantly catapulting yourself, envisioning better versions of each other for each other, and becoming better for yourself, for them, and you can give yourself that energy to grow throughout the whole process. So it's actually really rejuvenating, right? Totally. And yeah, I like, and kind of reverting back to that other topic we were talking about with travel and all of that stuff. I absolutely agree with that. I think that it's so important for people to be able to do those things more often. I feel like, at least with stats I've seen a stat recently that said 50% of Canadians, at least, we're up in Canada, Dan isn't, but are living paycheck to paycheck. And if that's anywhere near the case, 50% of adult Canadians living paycheck to paycheck, most people's realities aren't like that. You know what I mean? Most people's realities, like you're saying with the average people, aren't actually making content full time. It's becoming more of a thing right now because we're going into a different kind of era with everything. But most people can't afford to do that, generally speaking. And so I think it's really important that we have strong leaders like you guys, like myself, who are young, who are doing everything in their power to become the best version of themselves, and to figure out what kind of energy and vibes they have and can help other people with, so that they can be, the example for what's possible, right? Like in the future, 5 years from now, we could all be great examples of 15-year-olds and what they want to be when they grow up. You know what I mean? And what's possible. We literally get to be that for them. And that's a big reason.
Speaking of examples and like content creation's changing now. Like we don't have like the original people that like started all this. We don't have like Smosh as much anymore. We don't have PewDiePie. Jacksepticeye is like kind of, I don't know what the fuck you were.
I think
we have Kai Cenat, Speed, Extreme.
It's already with the introduction of short form content, it really changed the game. Even in long form content, because people's attention spans are so low, you have to specifically structure a video certain ways to make sure the retention doesn't drop.
Yeah,
like there's so many Mr. Beast clones now. Like so many people just going, in this video, I have a naked fucking fat guy in the corner. I'm gonna force him to run on this treadmill for 10 hours.
I'm burying myself for 2 months.
Yeah, it's like, and
I'm not eating for a month.
And if he fails, I'm gonna shoot him in the head. It's gonna be like that. Like it's like super high energy, like brain rot.
It's completely different from
when
when
we
were
kids. Really annoying because it's like we have to do that. Or else we wouldn't have the audience we have.
And totally. And I know that Mr. Beast has touched on this as well too, is like all of those people, they can be successful to a certain degree, especially if it kind of is their vibe already, but none of them are going to be the next Mr. Beast.
Yeah, if you copy somebody, you can't be as big as the original.
Yeah, you can't beat that ceiling. You literally can't beat that ceiling. You can take inspiration from tons of places.
Yeah, if you copy someone, you instantly have a ceiling.
Yeah, then I've heard him say multiple times, the next Mr. Beast, quote unquote, is going to be someone who does something similarly innovative as him, who pioneers a certain type of content that people like similarly, who understands culture and what's happened and what's going to happen and what people want. And I feel like that whole vibe of things, the whole ADHD mindset and needing fast, that is still occurring. However, I feel like as we've seen with different people, there's that one there's one gym guy, Sam Sulek, and there's other people who are like very themselves, not fast paced, podcasts, things of that nature. People who are authentic, and also people who have more values, like we were talking about with like respecting women, and having good relationships and all of that sort of thing. I think there's a lot more of a demand, and we're going to see that in the rise of this more conservative mindset around, how to deal with relationships and how to present yourself on social media in a more authentic way. I think that's the next evolution that we're seeing. And I look forward personally to that. I think it's going to bring a lot of better character out of people than this past chapter, but just different, right? There's
like that's why originally when we first started like making our YouTube videos, we would like have really fast paced cuts, because we would see all these like other videos that would be like really fast paced, and we're like, oh, people don't have attention spans. They're like us. They have like terrible ADHD. But like we kind of have realized the more and more we do this, it's less authentic. Everything that we do has a reason behind it.
I think that's a good tip for people who want to take content seriously as well too, is having a reason for every detail. That comes down. Yeah, I like this quote that says, the way you do one thing in life is the way that you do everything in life. And I feel like that's very true. The more detail you put into any area of your life, you're going to see that reflected, that same mindset, intention in the other areas that you build. And I think it's super important for more people to be able to have the opportunity that you guys and myself are pursuing. I have a business in the financial industry, and I'm helping Canadians at the moment particularly become more financially independent, help them with saving and understanding how all of these things work and how to get their money working harder for them, and how all of that stuff, how all of this mindset interplays with all of their hopes and dreams. Like all of this, all the relationships, probably the best ones you'll ever meet in your life, will come through something that you probably saved up to buy, some sort of technology. You know what I mean? It's probably going to come through having the money to buy a gym pass, or you know what I mean? Like all of these self-developmental things that build up into your entire future, like fundamentally is driven by money and this fundamental thing that it kind of sucks that it has to be a part of things to it. It's also kind of cool. It's kind of cool that you get the opportunity to, you know, have the dopamine of like, you know, buying a new PC and how that feels, and, you know, understanding that progression. But I'm super passionate about helping empower people and building a team, a part of my agency as well too, to help bring more people out there to help other people like us, young entrepreneurs, understand money, make better use of their money, and make extra income as well too. If half of Canadians are living paycheck to paycheck, and most jobs are like minimum wage after people get out of, you know, university or college, and they paid, you know, $10,000 plus to go to traditional education, and then they go to a minimum wage job, and they have no other way of making income besides like a part-time income opportunity, like you guys have successfully done. It's really hard to survive. And so if there's anyone in Canada watching who is interested in making extra income, you can DM me on Geistgunnerd as well too on Instagram. But I think it's super commendable what you guys are doing, and super beautiful that you're dedicating so much to yourselves, and therefore into all of the people who love and appreciate what you guys are doing, right? Because you're impacting 100,000 lives right now. I mean, maybe it's a little less because they're dupe accounts, but you guys are really important to a lot of people. Do you guys realize that? You guys realize?
Honestly, I haven't really
brought it in, but I remember like a lot of people like beg for videos, like we're a lot of people's favorite YouTubers, and that's like a really good thing.
Yeah.
You guys are a part of people's daily routine now. You guys realize that?
I wouldn't say daily.
People go on your Discord. People go on your Discord.
Yeah, weekly.
Every day, people go onto your Discord. You have like 5,000 or 6,000 people in your Discord. There's at least a dozen people plus, probably more, who go on there every day and find enjoyment, find pleasure. There's probably people who are watching your videos almost every day, even if they're a repeat to some degree, and or shorts, and or commenting on things. You know what I mean? You guys make people's days, you give them something to escape with, and to learn how to be more funny themselves. Like, you guys are already being huge leaders for people who want to understand how to be a better version of themselves, who are similar to you, you know? Younger versions of you are out there watching this stuff that you're putting out, and they're saying, I want to be more like Pink Eye, or more like Green, because they're expressing themselves.
That's always something I've wanted to do. I've always wanted to make people laugh, be a part of their day, you know, something like that. Ever since I was like 13, I remember thinking on the bus, like I would be going home on the bus, just staring at the window, like, dude, I want to make people smile. I want to entertain people. And I guess now that it's happening, it's not really hitting me as much. Like, I needed, like, you know, this conversation for it to be like, oh shit, this is happening. Almost like it's
it's not something you really notice. You just kind of like focus on the work.
It's gradual.
Almost, yeah, it's like really, 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 really gradual. Almost like when you take like 5 hits of the fucking like of the Benjamin, and then that shit just like slowly goes up, and then you're like, holy fuck, I'm high.
It was already in your mind before things were happening. Is that kind of right?
Yeah, this channel was almost like the last straw. It was like the last, like, all right, let's try this. Because we made like a couple of channels before that.
Because you did several things based upon that intention that you had already.
Yeah.
Totally.
It's interesting. It's really interesting to think about. Because, yeah, again, I thought I'd feel famous. I feel the same. Like, in reality, like, numbers don't matter.
They don't.
They don't change you unless you're like really egotistical. They do not change you at all. Like, they're cool, but it's just like it's another number.
Totally.
At the end of the day, like, I'm still the same person. It's not going to change me.
Just
I'm going to go and sleep in that bed.
Something that helps you relate. Sleep in that bed. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still gonna go to sleep in that bed, not do my fucking bed sheets.
You see this? Even if you've got a big social media following, it doesn't mean that you make your bed.
Yeah, like
nobody magically comes and makes your bed for you. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, no,
my parents just saying to me like, "Where the fuck are you at?" Like, it doesn't change shit.
Yeah, it changes some social dynamics, but that's about it, right? And it's something fun that you're able to compound and use, but fundamentally, the same Dan, same Gabe, and it's just you guys evolving and having something going on.
I wouldn't say it hasn't changed the people around me though. Like, there's been some cloud chasers, like Gabe. I know Gabe's experienced this too. Like,
people that used to not even give a fuck about you just start coming into your life saying, "Hey, dude, like, remember me when you're famous? Like this. It's like, go fuck yourself, bro."
Yeah,
there from the beginning, you were an asshole to me. You say all this shit to me. You do all this stupid shit to me. But now that I'm actually something in life, you want to get back into my life. Like, go fuck yourself, bro.
Yeah, like
is like, it helps separate the fake friends from the real friends.
Yeah,
because my real friends don't treat me any differently than they did from the begining, which is good.
Yeah. Like, dude, Gabe, you remember this? As soon as like we blew up, like that one girl, like a girl I hadn't even talked to in like years, like hit me up. She like FaceTimed me. She's like, "Oh, let me be in one of your videos. That would be so cool." And like, I was just like,
"Hey, you want to hang out this weekend? You want to do this? You
remember that?"
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that conversation.
That I was just uncomfortable, bro.
Yeah, because it's really just like, it's really uncomfortable because it's like they don't care about you until you can provide something for them.
Yeah. Like,
it kind of comes.
You don't mean shit to them unless like you have numbers.
Yeah.
And
even though we're still like, I'm not saying we're famous or anything.
We're not.
But even now,
even at that scale,
even at like about 100,000 subs, it like really affects your personal life a lot.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of people that are like really just like,
they see the numbers and automatically think something of you.
And I feel like this is one of those things for people. It's kind of like how like you guys enjoy having associations, right? Like, you guys met Speed on a video, or Green did.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
And other people, right? Like, I have as well too. And it's like, oh, sick. You know, I know your stuff and it's fun. And you have a little clip moment, make some content together. And that's usually the differentiator is, do you have something that you can provide value for each other? Right. And I feel like that's typically how, like, you think about, like, you know, your vibe attracts your tribe, or like resonance with people. Like, why you like, either you're friends before, you're on a similar playing field now, or there's something that you know, there's something like some sort of a give and take typically when you have a relationship and you've scaled up a little bit. Like, but you know, there's like a neutral level of respect. Like, you know that this person actually values you for who you are, or what you're doing. Not
like CJ, for example. Like, we have a friend named CJ, and he was originally a fan, and the way we met him was we were like hosting like interviews just for like a video, just to like get people in a video, just to see, like, for content. And we get this guy, he like joins, and with the name Bush Camping Dad, and we're like, wait, that sounds familiar. And we hear, yep, hello, I don't give shit about nothing about pushing the fucking tide. And we're like, holy fuck, who is this guy? And he's like, I'm 42. I got a wife and kids.
For the first 2 weeks we met him, like he has a really good like old uncle voice. For the first 2 weeks, we legitimately thought he was 47. So we were like, we were a little uncomfortable. We were a little bit uncomfortable talking to him.
Yeah,
because I legitimately thought he was 47. But then eventually we realized it was like, oh my god, this guy's like 17.
Yeah,
he just has a really good voice.
You're just like quizzing him. You're like, how many kids do you have? What year were you born?
No. I think because one day he joined and he just didn't have the accent. We're like, hello?
Oh yeah.
And then I'm like, holy shit! Like, and then after that, like we became such good friends because it's like,
yeah, he's like, I'd say one of like
because it's
my
like
best friends.
We have the funniness of him being fucking 47 without the uncomfortableness of him being 47.
But the point of me mentioning him is that like he was originally a fan, but like he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah,
anything.
He didn't care about it, like, cause he didn't come chasing us or nothing. Like, I know we just kind of went to him.
You know what he did?
Yeah.
You know what he did?
I had some real ass conversations with him, and it didn't feel like fake or anything.
Yeah, he's a real guy.
He had something of value, and he was on a similar wavelength with you guys, right? He provided value relative to and had similar interests, similar skill set with comedy, right? The uncle thing. It was funny. You guys like funny stuff.
Dude, he's the funniest.
He's so funny.
and you were able to
funny.
Yeah, you were able to utilize it and provide him a platform as well in the video. So he was you see the value exchange there. Like that's typically how I think as you evolve as a person, there's some sort of resonance when it comes to passions and who you are as a person and that kind of progression. It doesn't matter about views. Like it doesn't mean you can't make friends with someone who has a big social following. It doesn't. It's more about how much have you worked on yourself and how much do you really lean into your passions and care about stuff and participate in that area of your life and then share that with other people and reach out and try to become a part of that, right? Like that guy's, he's funny. He spent lots of time probably watching similar content as you guys, or funny stuff.
Yeah.
Probably also
we
has
actually
that,
talked about it with him.
yeah, he has that similar loving intention of wanting to help people or make people laugh at the very least, probably.
Yeah.
And that's
Definitely.
why he became your friend, and so people can come in different stages in that way. And I think that's just an important one of the final things we can touch on here, because I think a lot of people get into this thing just like how we do. Everyone wants to be around people who've already done cool stuff, who are doing cool stuff. That's how all like hierarchies kind of work, right?
Like people would like drift towards them.
Yeah, it's just like you take the attractive person over the non-attractive person, the rich person. In general principles.
But what I've realized also when it came to this type of stuff, image, like physical image, almost doesn't matter as much as personality. Like I guess.
Well, I guess okay. I guess in the online space, not so much.
Yeah.
I think well, this goes for relationships and stuff, because like I think what a lot of people, well, this was the case for my relationship. I first saw her, I'm like, oh shit, she's pretty, she's good looking.
Yeah,
I want to get to know her. I got to know her, and her personality is the thing that made me stay. The thing that made me actually want a relationship. Like the thing is, if her being pretty isn't enough for me, because like if she was really if she's really pretty, and then she ended up having a lot of the same interests as me, a lot of things. We were friends for about a month and a half, 2 months, and then like after that, I'm like, okay, I really like this girl. She's a really good person, really good personality. She's good looking, like her. And the thing is, even if she wasn't good look, even if she isn't like good, even if she wasn't good looking, like now, let's say like her being good looking is the thing that made me talk to her. But now the looks don't matter at all. Now the looks don't matter whatsoever. Because like
me and my girlfriend talked about this the other night. Actually,
even if she like cut off her head and she doesn't have a face, I'm still gonna be with her. I love
wearing a duck mask.
Yeah, like literally. Now it doesn't matter. It was just the initial. It's like a thumbnail. It's like a thumbnail for the video.
Yeah.
You click the thumbnail because it's a good thumbnail. You watch it and then you stay for the experience of how good the video is.
Yeah.
But then
for me, like,
get to a point where as a viewer, where it's like, if you're a core audience viewer, it doesn't matter what the thumbnail looks like. I'm still gonna watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the same thing.
Like,
Most people in relationships are kind of looking for someone with a similarly good thumbnail to some degree.
yeah, I mean, no,
Yeah.
the thing is for me, right? I had no interest in finding a girlfriend at the time. I would just wanted to
Same.
walk in on content, and she kind of came into my life. I'm like, oh my god, like, because I never had like I never had like, I guess I thought I did, but I realized I never really had an image for a girl I wanted.
exactly. Yeah.
But I was like, okay, I want a girl with these traits. I want a girl that's like loyal, caring, has these traits. And then I like, she was really pretty. So I'm like, okay, look, I'll talk to her, blah, 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 blah. And then slowly I started realizing she's meeting all these criterias. And then once I realized she started checking off more boxes, I'm like, that's when I started thinking about, I never really thought of a relationship until she started ticking off some boxes. And I'm like, dude, like, I like this girl. Like,
Yeah,
I don't care whether like how far away she is right now. It's like, if I want a partner for life, it doesn't matter where she came
It
from.
doesn't matter where. It doesn't matter what.
Because
she is.
the chances, because I believe
Yes.
everyone has somebody that's meant for them. And the chances
Yeah.
of somebody that you're meant for living in the same town as you is already slim to
It's
none.
slim to none. It's slim to none. Yeah.
There's like 8 billion people. You know?
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to mention
Oh.
aliens and shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, so I just listened to what the universe is trying to tell me, and it's
'Cause-
working out.
yeah, at the end of the day, it all comes back to what's inside, what the soul is. Even on my t-shirt, I love, this is a Kanye t-shirt. It says I'm loving awareness on it, the little bird. I like that shit. I actually stitched on this little love gun. It's like a heart with a gun. It's pretty dope.
Okay, nice, dude.
Game goes cross-eyed. No, but I love that. And when you were talking about that, you were starting that off by saying you were just doing your thing and then it happened. And I think that that's an important part of relationships and why a lot of relationships fall off.
I don't think you can search.
People want love. People want somebody, but there's a difference between a relationship that is two halves of a person. And this varies, but I think that there's a relationship where there's two halves of a person, people who aren't fulfilled, people who don't have a passion, people who don't know who they are, people who are like very like, you know, like they don't have a general direction they're heading towards, and they find someone else who's like that, and they meet up, and they're not really helping each other grow or building momentum. And then I think there's a relationship where the guy is a leader and or the other person, but like there's a leader there, you know, there's leadership and mission in what you guys are doing right now. You know, you guys are making videos and you're passionate about it. You're passionate about helping, you know, people like have somewhere to go when they're sad and all of that stuff. And I think that's an important thing in relationships. I feel like there's this weird kind of thing going on with like, does masculinity matter, to what extent, and all this stuff. But I think the most important aspect of a man, from my perspective, and I'd be curious to hear your perspective on this, and then we'll kind of close into wrapping up, is the leadership side of life and having a mission, having a vision for yourself.
I agree with that. I think with men and women, I think there's things that a woman provides that a man can't provide for himself. And then there's things that a man can provide that women can't provide for themselves.
Equal, but
it's
different
like-
roles. Is
It's
that fair?
almost like two pieces to a
Yeah.
puzzle.
Yeah.
I think.
Equal,
It's like
but
two.
different.
Yeah.
It's like, I think it's like two pieces to a puzzle. It's like a yin and yang almost.
Like
Oh,
this person
literally.
completes you.
Like
almost.
you,
Yeah, that's what,
it's like you're one half, she's the other half.
Yeah,
and
Yin
it's
and
like,
yang, literally.
you guys,
Yeah.
she supports me in the places that I lack in. I support her in the places she lacks in.
Yes.
Not to say she lacks in anywhere she doesn't, but you know, she's still completing my half that I'm lacking in. You know, I get there's a lot of times where I'm very I'm very self-doubted. I doubt myself a lot. A lot of times where I'm stressed, like a bunch of like shitty mindsets where I'm just like, this isn't gonna work. This isn't gonna work. She always reassures me, kind of helps me get out of ruts and helps me be a better person. There was a point, I think, before I started getting really, really serious into self-improvement, I started letting myself go with content. Like I wouldn't go to the gym, wouldn't eat.
you wouldn't
Once
at
you
all.
properly-
Dude. You got
I don't-
small, dude.
I was like, I had like bags under my eyes, and she told me, she's like, listen, like, it's like, I want you to be the best version of yourself. It's not that I want you to look better. You can look anywhere you want as long as you are actively pursuing the best version of yourself. That's all that matters. Doesn't matter. I don't care about how you look. I just care about you actually trying to be the best version of yourself. And like that hurt me because at first I thought like, oh, she doesn't like the way I look. She's not attracted to me anymore. But I thought about it, I'm like, that makes a lot of sense. Like I need this. She just wants the best for me. So then I started going to the gym again. I started eating better. I started going to sleep, and it's just improved the quality of our relationship, content, relationship with my family, friends, just everything as a whole. Just I feel like if you put in the hard work, the universe will give you the rewards that you're looking for.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
If you didn't have that passion, if you didn't have that obsession with making something out of this,
I believe
things for other people.
I believe the universe is very generous. I believe it is very generous, and I believe it wants to give you the things. It will give you the things that you deserve if you work for the things. So I think that's the thing. I think it's very generous. But yeah,
I would agree. If you have a loving intention, I think that it's very generous. If you put in action towards making the world a better place and being a servant of the universe or God or whatever, the fabric of this universe, the simulation, whatever the fabric of what we're existing in right now is, wherever our souls come from to get into our bodies and to make these lives happen. As long as we're listening to our heart, we're listening to our intuition of what ourselves feel is right, and having that intention, that thought of helping other people in one way or the other, even whether that's yourself so you can help other people, I think that's when God or the universe becomes very generous with you and provides you the circumstances and people and situations, the synchronicity, whatnot, to help you with that journey. But let's wrap up, boys. I got some rapid fire questions I'll ask you. Just like
I'm gay, yes.
This or that. Air straight.
Dude, you just said those two statements. There's no question in it.
Me talking about my girlfriend. Yes, I'm gay.
I tried to ask it. I was a little short on that. You answered before, but green or pink?
I don't know. It's been changing color lately.
It depends on what I eat that day. Like if some days, like when I take a shit. Some days,
wait.
Hot pink or brown?
Fuck. All right, that's a real question.
Okay, no. YouTube. So these are just general questions. What are your guys' preference? Just like in general. YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok?
YouTube.
Early mornings or late nights?
I used to like late nights, but now I like early mornings.
For me, I love the vibe of both. I can't really pick.
I feel that.
think they're very separate. I think late nights a lot more chill. Early mornings is a lot more productive.
What do you prefer though, Dan? Rapid fire. No. We need to think.
I love sunrises.
Sunrises. Okay, early. Comedies or educational stuff?
Comedies.
Coffee, pre-workout, energy drinks, or water?
Water.
Favorite book?
Oh, favorite book.
Percy Jackson series.
Oh, I think it's a carrot. I don't know. I haven't read them much lately. I haven't read them much lately, but I do want to get into books. So
the last time I read was like early high school. So.
It will probably be a favorite book sometime in the next month or two.
How to Win Friends and Influence People is a pretty good staple one. How to Think and Grow Rich, good staple one.
I mean, yeah, I want to read some more.
I
want to get like the physical books because I think reading online just defeats the purpose.
There's audiobooks are great and physical books are great. I have a little collection for sure.
I mean, I do want to train my brain a little bit, and it'll be a good activity for like when I'm on the bus or like.
Yeah, it's good discipline too. Just sitting there and only doing that. Favorite podcast?
Like 30 seconds.
Favorite podcast? The Guy's Got a Podcast.
Favorite podcast? Dropouts podcast.
Dropouts.
But besides the Guy's Got a Podcast, I'd say comedy wise, the Jinxie one. Educational wise, I think the Jay Shetty one.
Badass. I like that. And Jinxie is brand new too. That's exciting. Favorite.
I do like the group chat podcast. Isaac Wiseman. I like that podcast.
Favorite creator.
Besides ourselves, I think Isaac Y.
For me, I have different favorite creators for different niches.
Same with me because I like Joe Bartolozzi a lot.
I love Joe.
I love Queso as well. I
don't really watch Queso. I just watch clips on
I got obsessed with his granny gameplay. I used to watch that.
Oh
dude.
yeah, I remember you like
Dude,
showed me that. the
dude,
other
I
day.
was like grinding watching that. That was amazing.
Okay, gym content, Trend Twins. I guess more of the content we do, Isaac Y. Gameplay, Joe Bartolozzi.
Yeah.
Okay. Goal setting or spontaneity? Like just doing stuff in the day as it comes, or like actually structuring stuff?
Both.
Both.
I think spontaneous tasks are better for entertainment purposes.
That and
But
I think
if you
it
want to
like
achieve something, then a goal.
spontaneous tasks are like good for your mind because it like I guess it like
It helps you adapt.
improves your
to adapt.
reaction time.
Adaptability, creativity,
Yeah.
that stuff. Yeah,
So I think both are important.
Both are very important, yeah.
totally. Podcasts and long form content or shorts?
Long form. I'm literally gonna say long form, bro, because shorts are just rot my brain, dude.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like even though they may just be more dopamine hitting, I just want to avoid them, dude, altogether. They rot my brain.
Have you ever had those moments where you're like on Instagram Reels one
Yeah,
moment,
and you're
then
on there
suddenly on like YouTube Shorts and you're like, what the fuck? How did I get here?
Yeah, dude, no, like I literally feel like those guys from Wall-E, dude. Like the guys in
Dude, yeah. Oh my god.
You watch Wall-E,
Yeah.
guys, Ty?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my god, you can watch Wall-E?
Oh, I know the movie. I watched that in high
Yeah,
school. on the big
those like
screen.
fat guys in like the spaceship. They're like on like those little like, dude, yeah,
Those
no,
moving chairs. Yeah, they're like, what's it called?
I know the cute little robot dude.
They're like glued to
Stephen
the
Hawking.
screen, yeah.
It's like Stephen Hawking land.
Yeah, okay.
Travel in the multiverses, learning a new skill and creating banger content at home, or traveling and gaining connections with dope people.
Both. I think
One
both
of-
are important. I think you can't have one without the other.
Mm,
Yeah, I 100% agree.
Okay. If you were to do one or the other right now at where you guys currently are, which would you prefer for 2 years? If you had 2 years where you were constantly traveling and meeting new people with the current stuff you've made, or being in the trenches making stuff but never making any other connections with people, which would you rather do?
I think delayed gratification is important. So I think
Honestly.
I might just lock in for 2 years. I would do it, and then once I'm somewhere, then I'm gonna reward myself.
For me, I think okay. I think traveling will be better in my opinion because you get to see different cultures, different people.
I mean,
You get to receive new information from other people that you never met in your life. and
I
see
guess
what they think.
this depends on how old I am at the time. If this is right now, then working. But if I'm like 25, then I'd travel.
Totally. Stage your
I
life.
understand that.
Detoxing digitally, like getting rid of social media, or moderation. So like
Moderation. Because with content
Moderation,
creation,
yeah.
you do need to be somewhat connected.
Yeah, 100%. Because
To
if you're
learn
like,
trends.
if you're cut off, you're fucked.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
Because the thing is, you won't be able to really that's only if you haven't gotten to the point where you can do anything. Because I think you don't need to be that connected if you can post, if you're just posting whatever you like and people still watch. But I think to grow, you do need to be semi-connected.
Yeah, the foundation.
Yeah.
You need to know where all the
basically like
other
a base.
dots are for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Self-reflection or peer feedback. So like getting feedback from other people, or like journaling and stuff.
Feedback, they can help you see things that you don't see in yourself.
Mhm.
But a lot of times, there's a lot of things you can see within yourself that other people won't see.
I agree, yeah.
So you need both.
But that time it could be delusion though.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends. It depends. It depends what it is. If it's something like, oh, okay, I'm wasting time doing this, and this. It's like, okay, only you'll be able to know, and only you'll be able to give yourself feedback on that. I don't think anyone else can, because no one has a spyglass on your life besides the FBI agent that watches me.
Is watching this right now through our
Watches this right
laptops.
now. Besides
Yeah,
him,
bro's like he's
thing
peeking in
is-
my window right now.
no, he's a little antisocial though. He doesn't really talk to me.
He's actually in the monkey poster behind Dan there.
Ryan.
Shit.
Yeah, eyeglass.
Let him know you're there.
But
Besides it, yeah.
yeah, no, I agree. I have over 3 million words in my digital journal, but
Jesus.
over the past like 4 or 5 years, and then I have like some physical journals too. But there's like I always ask people before I buy stuff, or like before I make major decisions, and I totally agree. There's just some stuff you can't do on your own.
Bro, I'm just gonna be like motorcycle, fuck it, get it, and then die.
Okay, last question. Perhaps the most important question
I'm gay. Yes.
At all. Strength training, gym, or jelking.
Joking.
Joking.
Okay.
All right,
Strength-
that's a wrap. That's
Okay,
a wrap.
yeah,
Actually,
no.
wait. Ty,
Let me
I have a
take-
question
let
for
me
you.
take-
Okay.
I have a question for you, Ty, since you haven't seen the video.
All right.
What's Joe Biden's favorite drink? We got green Listerine
Uh-oh.
or kelp shake.
I've been using a lot of Joe Biden memes gifs recently. I have. That's a fact. I think Listerine would be more of Joe Biden.
Fuck!
Yeah!
Why does everyone say this?
Dude, I
No,
don't-
hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me
All right,
out.
you should just watch the video.
And I know him well. So that's it.
No!
Go! First pod down.
Okay, that was
Are we all gonna freeze like Nardwire? I thought we were all...
dude, I'm extremely hungry, dude.
Me too, dude. I am too. All right, boys. That was beauty.
Okay.
All right. Peace.
Bye-bye.
Put your hand to the camera. Put your hand to the camera.
I'm gay.
Oh, bitches.
Bye.
Bye.
Where's the end button? Wait, hold on. Where's the end call button?
You're stuck here forever.
Let's stop video. Oh, it's on the right.